that cold water therapy is something that I probably utilise about 4 to 5 times a week. It helps massively with just reducing the inflammation.
As a professional in a contact sport, cold water therapy is absolute key for me.
Hi, I'm Matt Fagerson.
I'm Zander Fagerson.
I play professional rugby for Glasgow Warriors and Scotland.
Professional rugby player for Glasgow Warriors in Scotland. So for me personally, the impact that cold water therapy have for me are, well, one, on my body, making sure I can repeat high intensity efforts 2 days back to back at training, and making sure I can withstand the load of scrums, mauls and rucks and tackles. And also on the mental side of things, if I feel I'm getting a bit overwhelmed or I feel I'm getting a bit stressed out, I feel a 5-minute ice bath definitely helps you mellow out and chill. That could be 5 minutes in an ice bath or 5 minutes out in the sea. So yeah, for me it's been an absolute game changer and it's a key part of my weekly routine. The day before a game, I like to do a 10-minute ice bath after captain's run to make sure, same again, making sure my legs are nice and fresh, ready to go for the day after, for game day. For me, I've got a very busy life, just with family and with work, so to have an ice bath at my home just makes my whole recovery process so much easier. I can ice bath in the morning, do a minute in the morning to make sure I get nice and awake, even if the kids don't do that for me. And then also post-training, I don't have to wait around for the ice bath to be filled up. I can just come home and jump in my own. So very massive game changer for me, and one that's definitely going to help me with my time management throughout the week. As I've gotten older, as you can tell with my grey hair, I feel like I get to know my body more and I know what works for me, and I've got a really good routine in place now, and having an ice bath at home is only going to help that. As a young aspiring rugby player, cold water therapy will help you by, first of all, doing something tough. It's a bit uncomfortable at the start, but once you get past that 3-4 minutes of being a bit tingly, it's quite relaxing. So I think doing stuff that's not easy and a bit harder is a great way to sort of build up that mental resilience. I also feel it's going to help your body recover, and it means you can train, have a better quality training session day after day, instead of being sore and getting DOMs. So for me, that's a massive one for a young aspiring player. And secondly, I think, it just helps teach you good discipline. The way professional sport's going, being robust and being resilient is a key part of any athlete's career. And I think if you can start at a young age doing that and making sure that you build those good principles and good habits, I think it's going to stand you in the long sled really well. For me, what my plan is going to be is I'm going to try and start at 11 degrees and then slowly bring it down a degree every day until I get down to sort of 5 or 6, which is where I think the sweet spot is. But yeah, just getting in as much as you can, trying to make it a regular habit. I think if you do something every day for 30 days, it becomes a key part of your daily routine. So if you can do that, and you can bring down those temperatures and increase that time, I think that could be a massive difference for you and a massive game changer.
I probably started doing it maybe about 2 or 3 years ago, regularly. When we go to international camp, they've got a good recovery set up there with hot baths, cold bath, and it's sort of become a regular part of my recovery now. It makes it massively easy. Having it on your back door means that you can use it morning, night, at your own leisure. I think one of the biggest struggles for professional athletes is to go somewhere to do all your recovery. Not everywhere will have an ice bath, a sauna, a pool, and to do all these sort of things on your day off, it can take quite a bit of time. Whereas if you've got something like this right in your back garden, you can utilise it at any time you want, and then you can also use it in the morning. I think that's probably one of the biggest refreshers that I've had is, the mental feeling it gives you waking up and coming straight in the morning. It sort of sets you up perfectly for the rest of the day.
The feeling, obviously, when you get in, it's the first couple of seconds a little bit daunting. You get that little bit of a shock to your body, and then once you're in, honestly, after about 20 seconds, you start to get used to it, and you start to sort of feel a little bit more relaxed. You control your breathing, and yeah, I think once you're in, I do maybe a couple minutes in the morning, and then if I'm trying to reduce the swelling around my knees and around my joints, probably about 8 to 10 minutes after training and stuff. And yeah, the feeling when you get out is probably, it's hard to describe. You feel euphoric. You get out, you feel refreshed, and mentally you feel energized. That's probably the best way I can describe it. I think like when you're first getting in, the more you build it up, the harder it is. So this is probably about 8 degrees right now. So the more you build it up, it makes it harder when you first hit the water. You like the first instinct is you want to jump out. But I think after you get that 30 seconds of, you know, it's probably not that cold, this is going to be great for you. And you start to sort of ease into it, you control your breathing. Yeah, you're sort of at peace, there's not really much else going on in your mind, apart from just sitting outside enjoying nature and yeah, just trying to control your breath.